Hello there and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are tackling my dining room, which is the last room that we need to get put back into shape after we had a recent renovation. So in this room, we had two walls that had to have the insulation installed from the inside out, which caused large holes to have to be drilled in, and the cellulose insulation blown from the inside of the walls to be able to bring us up to modern day standards of warmth that most homes take for granted, but this 1936 home definitely is appreciating. So we are just clearing out the space now so that we can tackle revamping the walls. I have this amazing technique that I've shared in the last two videos of how I'm able to sand the walls without having any dust at all. So stay tuned for that technique. So what I always do is grab myself a pan of water and I get my sanding block. And most people don't realize that these sanding blocks can be used wet or dry. Most people really use them as dry, and I feel like it makes a complete mess of your space and you have white dust all over. And it really, in the beginning, I was turned off from having to sand at all because I hate to have a messy area. So I started thinking and I said, it's a sponge, so why can't I just do it wet? And once I tried it wet, I have never went back to dry sanding. And if you try it, I definitely know that you will not go back to dry sanding as well. So make sure the next time that you have a project that you need to sand that has to do with any type of compound or spackle, wet sand it. So I just want to thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate your support and I love sharing my home with you. So if this is your first time by, I hope that you're enjoying. If you are enjoying, please leave me a home emoji down in the comment section. It just shows me that you like this type of content and I will continue to bring it to you. Now, the reason why I love this technique is because I have old plaster walls and it's very hard to be able to repair those walls, unlike if you have drywall. So I had to come up with this technique and I absolutely love the way that it turns out. Now, I waited in between sanding each of these areas until the plaster re-dried, and then I went in, I checked to see if it needed any additional sanding, and in most cases I sanded it at least 2 to 3 times. So now I'm finished with that. So now I'm just going to go in and clean off the wall, and then we're going to start to priming it. And I'm just using an all-purpose Sherwin-Williams primer that I picked up at Lowe's or Home Depot. Actually, it was Home Depot. And I've been using it in the other areas as well, because once you put down the plaster, you want to make sure that you put some type of primer before you put your finishing paint. So I did 2 coats of primer and then I went in with my paint color. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I had thrown out the paint color, the can which had the paint color of the walls in my entryway, this room, and then up the stairwell. But last year I was able to figure it out. I don't know how I figured it out, but apparently I must have looked it up on a Pinterest image, and I was able to find this beautiful color. I'm going to put the color name on the screen. It's called Loga and it's from Sherwin-Williams and I absolutely love it. I get it mixed in Benjamin Moore paints and I use eggshell. Now this is all that I had to clean up after doing all of the wet sanding. This is just because I really saturate the wet sander, so it just drops a little like splash water down onto my hardwood floors. And as you can see, it's very easy to just be able to get it up. I just have a damp rag and I'm just wiping everything up. So we're coming up on a year that we've had these new windows, and I absolutely love that we upgraded our windows here on the bottom floor. We have these beautiful paneled on the top and then just clear glass on the bottom, and I just love the way that it frames out the windows. As you can see, we have beautiful scenery on the outside of our windows, so I absolutely love being able to just see everything that is outside and enjoy the scenery. So right after we had the work done, there was dust everywhere, so I have cleaned in here prior to doing this makeover. So now we're just doing regular dusting. We're wiping down all of the surfaces. I usually use Murphy's oil in some water, and I have a rag and I'm just wiping all the surfaces down. So off camera, we put back down our rug, which I absolutely love. I found that last year at HomeSense and it was amazing find. I love the blue colors and the different shades of brown and just how it really marries in with the color of my walls and also my head chairs. So I absolutely love it. Before we get to decorating, I just wanted to show you our last makeovers. Right outside this door in my last video, I shared a beautiful entryway makeover where I added in that beautiful cabinet and I just refreshed the space. And the video before that, I also did my living room. Now in all three of these spaces, they were all after renovation because we did have the insulation put on all of our outside walls, and unfortunately because the front of my home is stone, all of the holes had to be drilled from the inside. So that gave me this amazing content to be able to share with you guys and give you my techniques on how I patched up all of my walls and put my home back together. So we're going to go back into the dining room and we're going to start doing our decorating. And I am starting to add my decor back here on my console. And I absolutely love the way that it's turning out. Any of the items that I'm able to, I'm going to link in my Amazon storefront so that you can shop and get inspiration. Now I love these curtains. I got them years ago at Home Goods. And they are a 2-layer curtain and they look so beautiful, so light and airy. So they fit for any season that you want to have them up. I leave them up all year long because I absolutely love the way that they frame out my windows and how they add a beautiful touch into my dining room. So we are just adding in the special touches, and then we're going to go into the reveal. Again, if you are just stopping by and you like my vibe, I hope that you decide to subscribe. Check the description box for my playlist so that you can see all of the projects that we have been doing in my home. And I'm also going to have my outdoor channel, Daphne's Outdoor Living, linked in the description as well. So you can check those videos and that channel out as well. So I'm back to posting on every Sunday, hopefully. And these videos come out at 3. And then my outdoor channel videos come out at 6 p.m. So make sure that you stop by that channel as well. And until the next time, have a blessed day.